Hello, YouTube! It's the LazyEyebrowReviewer here with another review. Today will be Generations.
Guess who's back?
Is it Masco? In black?
No, I'm not a girl.
Nuts! I was sure you were.
No, it's Faceless Joe, and definitely not a girl.
You again?
Oh, I'm hurt.
But we're reviewing an Autobot today.
Oh, well, in that case, I'll just interrupt another review. Hey, is that Drift?
Yes?
Okay, at this point, I care not if he's an Autobot. He's a stinking triple-sword samurai robot, and that is good enough for me.
Really?
Yes, really.
Okay then, so let's start this over. Hello, YouTube! It's the LazyEyebrowReviewer.
And your guest host, Faceless Joe.
You just interrupted me.
Yeah.
Anyway, for those of you watching at home, he just tipped his hat at you, like a sir.
Beware of my top hat powers.
Only a sir would wear a top hat.
Like a boss.
Not a sir?
No.
Okay, Mr. Boss, sir, on to the Samurai review. Drift is a white modified Mitsubishi FTO crossed with a Nissan De Silva, with orange accents and Japanese logos, which I kind of wish I knew what these meant.
Well, he does have his name tattooed to his door in Japanese.
Well, ask and you shall receive. So he has orange accents and Japanese characters for the word drift all over him.
Kinda pretentious of him, isn't it?
I guess so. Pretentious in Japan. Anywhere else, and it's just cool.
Funny how that works. Though I must say, his car is pretty much flawless. If you look underneath, you can see his hands, but that's hardly a complaint. And his samurai sword stores ever so nicely underneath his car.
Who looks under a car? Quite frankly, you never see it in real life unless there's a car crash. So, yeah, you're right. Every Transformer should look accurate underneath. What if they get into a car accident? Mommy, why does that car have hands and legs underneath?
Let me just stop you right there. You complain about the underside of thrust.
Yeah, but you see the underside of a plane all the time. Most people are shorter than a plane. Actually, scratch that. Pretty much everyone is shorter than an actual plane.
Yeah, well, you could see the underside of the DeLorean when it flew.
Okay. On to the transformation. To begin, unclip the doors from the car.
Next, separate the hood into two halves. Extend them out and rotate them forward. Extend the arms from the shoulders.
Slide the roof up, split the back half of the car, and unfold the legs.
Fold in the roof sections into what becomes his shins.
Finally, flip with the handles of his swords and fold its windows down.
Though he is an impressive figure in robot mode, I find he is a bit crowded.
Yes, but the engineers saw that and compensated with wicked articulation for these crowded parts. So let's get into that before we move on.
He has a knee bend, a leg swivel, and a ball-jointed hip.
His sword sheaths are on hinges and ball joints, so as not to have them always in the way of his arm movement.
His arms are on a ball joint. Shoulders can move the full 90 degrees. Elbow has an awesome double hinge, and his wrists are on their own separate ball joint for complete flexibility.
Head is on a ball joint and features light piping. And Samurai Sword is on a cool little double hinge sheath.
Speaking of that, he comes with 3 swords, 2 of which are in his sheaths. The other one is a 2-handed samurai blade that in the story cost him his life energy to use. Although I wish I knew what the Japanese on his sword said.
I think that's Cybertronian, actually.
Do you have any proof of that?
I suppose not, but I know that's not Japanese, and it's a Cybertronian sword.
I guess that's true, but I still wish I knew what it said.
Yeah, okay, I'll agree with that. That all being said, this massive amount of articulation affords some pretty wicked stances that would strike fear into any Decepticon, or Autobot for that matter.
He'd also be great if you had a really tough piece of steak.
Sorry, I can't really imagine him using giant swords for steak.
I would.
I'll bet you would.
Are you dissing steak?
Who says diss anymore?
Well, me. Because I just said it.
Okay, touche. Anyway, let's sum up.
I'd say that for an Autobot...
Oh, yes, for an Autobot.
I already said I was a Decepticon fan.
I know. Sorry. Continue.
For an Autobot, Drift is a pretty impressive figure.
Most agreed. I would definitely say pick this guy up if you ever get the chance. I'm sure there's still a few floating around on eBay.
But everything is overpriced on that website.
Not everything. I once got... Well, that would turn this video into an eBay review.
And I'm sure you're not looking for one of those.
One of those?
Or looking to use that site.
Well, that's better. But I still use that site sometimes. And I'm sure other people do. Anyway, this has been the Lazy Eyebrow Reviewer.
And Faceless Joe.
Go buy this